Hello children. In this session, we are going to discuss about cyber ethics. Now, before understanding what are cyber ethics, let us first discuss about ethics. What do you mean by ethics? See children, ethics are the moral duty or the virtues which the person inculcates in him. Correct? Take for example, in school you have a subject called as moral science. Why are you taught this subject? You are taught with the motive that you will inculcate good habit. You will develop good behavior. You will become a good human. Correct? And so you are taught what should you do and what you shouldn't do. Is it clear? Same way, now bring that topic, ethic, what I have explained you, in your behavior. You are polishing yourself. You are trying to improve yourself. You are trying to become a better person. Yes, that is a moral ethic. Now, let us relate this with computer ethic. Now, same way, when you access computer, there are some procedures, some rules, some ethics to be followed and implemented. You will say that, ma'am, why we need these ethics? See children, nowadays you have seen there is so much of advancement of technology all over the world. Nobody is untouched with this. Everybody, including a small child, knows how to access internet. And in this era, if you feel that everybody should be given freedom and liberty to do whatever they want on internet, will it be correct? No, not at all. What can happen? Take one example. Suppose there is a rumor that there was a flood. Okay? Or suppose there is a rumor that this person has done something. So because it's a rumor, it's not the fact. It's simply somebody has broadcasted a news which we do not know whether it is correct or not. In that case also, somebody will send you the news and you spread it. The wrong information you are spreading in the community. Will it not affect the other people? Or if you say for example, now take example of this current situation. It's a pandemic. Everybody is scared of the coronavirus. And at this moment, if somebody says that near our locality, 100 people got affected or somebody has, lost his life because of this, it's increasing rapidly and there is no remedy for that. If somebody puts fear in your mind, even though we know nothing will happen if we are eating properly and if you have a strong immunity, correct? And there are medicines. The recovery rate is also very good. But the false information, the wrong news, if somebody spreads, what will happen? If you also accept it, if the post has been sent to you and you also without knowing the fact keep on spreading the news, it may affect the people's mindset. That is why these are the small examples I am trying to give you. It becomes very important to have a check on the person's activity. There should be some rules, some measures, some procedures, some ethics to be implemented for good behavior even when you are accessing net. And like you have manners, it is called as etiquettes. Same way, when you are well behaved while accessing internet, it is called as netiquette. That is the manners what we need while accessing internet. So what are these netiquettes? The first thing is, suppose you are sitting with your friend and she is accessing her information on his computer. She is doing something. You should not spy. You should not peep that what she is doing. What is the data? Got it? That is a wrong thing. Then suppose you are sitting again at somebody's office or anywhere in the house also, you have your elders' mobile or devices. You should not touch it without their permission. And especially if you are a grown up and you are working in some office. If somebody's laptop or desktop is kept, you should not touch it without asking. You should not steal anybody's information. One more thing is very important and very common seen nowadays is buying and supporting the pirated things like CDs, videos, or the pirated, you can say, books also. What will happen like this? The person who has originally created the music CD or that video, he has invested maybe his entire life's energy, money, and his dedication. So if you buy the pirated things, the original person who should be getting recognition will not get. Moreover, he will suffer financially also. Correct? So it is again a crime. You should not support any pirated objects like CDs. You have seen some books also. The writers, the authors are writing the book. They sometimes take years to invest time in writing those books, and in fraction of hours people manage to get its copy, and they make so many copies and sell it in the market. So this is again not a good practice. That is an unethical issue. Okay. Other thing what we can say about ethic is that if you want to take somebody's work from internet, you should take permission. Take for example, somebody has made a nice video. Now you want to share it to your friends. So what you can do? One thing is you will download that and share it with your friends that you have made it, giving your name to that work. That is again a bad practice. So this is again a crime also. So you should not do this. You should not steal anything, any information which is not yours. And if you want to share that information, if you want to take that information, maybe for yourself or for your friends, in that case also you should take permission from the person, the author, or whosoever has created that work, or the you can say the project what you want to take, or you have seen, you have liked it, or somebody must have made. So under whose name it is. Let me give you one example to explain you that what will happen if you take somebody's work under your name, or why shouldn't you take others' work and give it your name. Say for example, you are asked by your English teacher that you should write an essay on certain topic. So you know you want to make an essay and get good marks. Your teacher must have told you to add some quotes and phrases to your essays. Correct? So what will you do? You will search some beautiful quotes. Maybe you have taken quotes of Rabindranath Tagore or Mahatma Gandhi or many other, legends like that. And you have copied their quotes. But whenever somebody will quote, if somebody has said something, you will see their name is written below the quote. That is quoted by somebody else. And what you have done? You have simply copied this quote and pasted on your document without mentioning who wrote this. It is not a good thing. Have you understood? That was quoted by somebody else and you are using it for your document. But you can definitely use it. Now you will say, ma'am, how to take permission? They are not aligned. Correct. But in that case, you should write down the person also below that quote, that who has written, because that is not your work. Correct? So this is one more ethic we should follow. Likewise, there are many other ethics also, children, which we should follow. Take one more example. Suppose you are a software developer. You know to develop wonderful programs and apps. And in that case, you have developed a wrong social networking app, like we have WhatsApp app, we have Instagram apps. Or suppose you have built a game and you are spreading that game in the market like anything which is not good, which will have an impact on people's life and mind. Here we can give the example of one game was there, Blue Whale, something like that I remember, which was life-threatening. People were playing and they were getting upset. Yes, it was life-threatening also. So what happened? It was later banned. So this is one more ethic we should remember. Even if you are intelligent, you are master in some programs, you can create wonderful programs, wonderful apps. But you should think wisely and develop these programs. even if it is social networking site apps, or those are some games, any kind of application programs you are making. You should think about people's life and mindset, that if it affects it in a bad way, then it is not good. So these ethics should come from within. And if it doesn't come from within, you will say, ma'am, what happened? The person is not realizing, he is so intelligent, he is making any type of rubbish programs and he is selling it in the market, or he's spreading out on the internet. In that case, if it is an ethic, it is a measure, it is a practice, it's implementation that what we should do, but still if the person doesn't do, then it will come under unethical issues. So we have both, children. You can connect this. Ethical issues you have and unethical issues. Ethical practices, what we should do. Unethical practices, what you should do, you haven't done. That will be termed as unethical practice. And for that you can be charged with punishment also. There can be huge punishment in form of imprisonment or money. Is it clear? So what ethics we have discussed? That you should not steal somebody's information and put it under your name. And if you don't follow, that is called as plagiarism. It is an unethical practice. That is, you steal somebody's work. You take somebody's work, under your name you put it. That is called as plagiarism. Got it? So plagiarism is an unethical issue. Why? Because here you steal somebody's information without telling the person. The person is not aware of the fact that you have copied the information, the original information from the person's work, and this person who has copied is using it under his name. You want to use it, what I told you, the ethical practice, that you should take permission. So if you don't take permission, you steal the information. It can be any type of information. That is called as plagiarism. Same way we have discussed about pirated software, that we should not support these type of softwares like CDs or any other program which are pirated, or it can be any object like book or anything it can be which can be pirated. So what should you do? You should not support, you should not take pirated softwares or pirated things. But if you take, that will become again a unethical practice. So here it's a property right. Yes or no? If somebody has made something, take for example, you have seen in one movie, Tarzan movie, yes, that the person, that he was a mechanical engineer, and what he did, he had designed a wonderful car and it was patented under his name. He has designed the car and he has patented. This is very important. If you create something, you also have a responsibility that you should patent it under your name or under your company. So he has patented. Now if other people have stolen this, they will be punished. I hope it is clear. So this is called as copyright. Take one more example. There are so many brands. Take for clothing brand. You have Nike, you have Adidas, you have Reebok. So can you open one fine day a factory and say you are going to open one new Reebok factory? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Why? Because it's a copyright. This monogram, this name has already been patented under somebody's company, firm, organization or individual person. This is why I told you in the beginning that ethical issues, when we discuss, these are the moral duties or measures or the practices what we should do and we should implement it. But if you don't do, it becomes unethical issue, that is cyber crime. Then you will be charged with imprisonment or any other form of punishment. Now as we are discussing about cyber crime, let us also discuss about cyberbullying. This cyberbullying is nowadays very common in our society. Most of the people are suffering from cyberbullying. Now what do we mean by cyberbullying? Cyber means related with computer. Through internet you are doing something, you are doing some activity. What form of activity it is? It is act of harming a person. Intentionally You target somebody with false activity, with false news. You post something wrong about the person. You post rumors about the person. You try to bring a bad name to the person. Or take for example, sometimes activities like you are going with your friend to some party and somebody has taken your photograph with your brother, okay, or it can be any friend of yours, but they will post it in a different manner. They will change the photograph by using photo editing software, and there are no proofs. Then after that it takes time. It is not that if somebody has cyber bullied you, there are no ways you are done. Never be scared of these people who do cyber bullying. The first thing is you should immediately complain about this to your parents or your teachers. Wherever you are, with whomever you feel secure, especially with your parents. Now, under cyberbullying, it is done with intention. Sometimes the intention is to take revenge. If it's a friendly atmosphere and some of your friends are doing that, they might be taking revenge of certain things. It happens. Teenagers can do this. Otherwise, it is also done with the target of getting money. They earn money by cyberbullying. They will threaten you. They will post some messages about you and they will ask you to transfer some money, and then they will do nothing to you. So first thing is, I am telling you, apart from the bookish language what we have to discuss, that it is a very common crime going on these days. So don't be scared. That's what has happened. Why people are doing it to me. It can be with any reason. Sometimes it is also for fun. But it is intentional act. People do it with some intention. Is it clear? So you should have alert mind. That is why it is said that whenever you are accessing your mobile or whenever you are going on public crowd, you should always be careful about yourself and about your handset. What happens? A very common thing is you will always turn on your Bluetooth and you are sharing in a mall with your friends. That time only you are sharing photographs from one device to another. Now you are pairing up with the devices in a public, in a crowd. Take for example in a mall. So do you think it's only your friend who will then connect to you and pair up the devices? Anybody can see this and try to take use of it, and they can also connect it with their Bluetooth and they can also pair up. Because you will not know that which person has paired up with your mobile, because it will show you simply the mobile's name sometimes. Most of the time it will show that, and you should always put a strict setting in your handset. Learn to put biometric passwords. Learn to put strong passwords. Learn to keep on changing your password. And one more thing, when we talk about ethics, I forgot that remember that it is not only about your ethics and what you should do. You should also respect others while you are accessing internet on social networking sites. If somebody has posted something or you want to put a comment, be sensible, be courteous, be thoughtful before writing and commenting to the people, because this will also come under cyber act. You should not post anything which will put a wrong impact of yours on a platform like YouTube or WhatsApp or Facebook, etc. So this is also one more important duty of us. So this is also one more important topic what I want to discuss with you is, apart from ethics, that what you should do and what you should not do, a start point is be respectful on social networking sites. Whenever you are on any social platform like Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp, even you tell your elders that you should not comment anything rubbish or anything which is not good, which will affect people's mind. And also remember things which you do not know. If it is a rumor or a fact, you are not sure of that. Never trust such posts, such messages, and support by forwarding it. Nowadays, huge penalties are being charged by the cybercrime people on the people who are into this activity, who are involved in spreading rumors. Because many a times in many states it has been seen that these rumors have costed people to end up their life also. So I hope now the chapter is very clear to you. Children, this chapter we do not have to learn, we have to understand. This chapter is based on a real life issues, what we are facing, what we are seeing every day. It's about internet. There are so many advantages of internet. We get information, we connect to the people, we can do at home so many activities, e-banking, e-shopping. But at the same time, internet also has some disadvantages like addiction. Like if you bring something, you do some online shopping, you don't know, you may be cheated. There are so many things what we have discussed about disadvantages of internet. Then comes when you are accessing internet. This was, we were talking only about what is internet, advantages and disadvantages. Now once we know what we are doing, we are accessing internet. So on internet what you are doing? You are connecting with your friends and family. So you have to follow some ethics. If you don't follow, that will be unethical practice. Same way, if you are accessing internet to fetch information, and what information you take is not yours and you post it as if it is yours, you become the owner of the work which is not yours. That is again an unethical practice which is called as plagiarism. Same way, you are accessing internet and you bully somebody, that again becomes a cyber crime. Again you are accessing internet and you are spying on your friend's data. You are trying to access her email account. You want to hack it. You want to take the information, or you want to hack and write down some information from her account to somebody else. It's a cyber crime. This is called as hacking. Is it clear? So here we end up this chapter. I hope you have enjoyed understanding this chapter. God bless you, children.